Curse of Oak Island, a show that has kept people glued to the screen for 11 seasons. Rick and Marty Lagina, two brothers who have been searching for a treasure that has been hidden for centuries on that mysterious island of Nova Scotia. But this time, something happened which had never happened before. At the end of this season, everyone thought that the team was returning empty-handed once again. But then something happened in the last excavation that took everyone's breath away. Suddenly the ground started shaking. The camera started shaking, and Rick standing near the vault disappeared. The next moment the camera blacked out and the show cut right there. Now there is an uproar on the internet. Some people are saying that they have awakened some ancient curse, while some say that what is under Oak Island is not something made by humans. There are plenty of theories on Reddit, and the biggest thing, Discovery Channel is trying to hide this footage, history, treasure, and fear. Everything collides in one place. Is Rick Lagina alive? Has Oak Island revealed its darkest secret? Want to know the truth? Watch the full video, and if such discoveries excite you, subscribe to the channel now. The next revelation could be even bigger. The journey of 11 seasons, how the mystery kept growing. The story of Oak Island is not an ordinary story. It is a mystery that has been attracting people for generations, and when Rick and Marty Lagina decided to solve this mystery, no one had imagined that this journey would become so long, so deep, and so dangerous. When Rick and Marty started, they had only one dream, the treasure that has been hidden in this island for centuries. It is said that there are clues scattered on this island that point to a big treasure, and the Lagina brothers started moving forward by catching hold of every clue. With each season, something new came to light. Old coins, mysterious tunnels, strange structures made of wood, maps buried in water, cross-like marks, and the famous muddy pit from which something surprising always came out. But the closer they got, the more mysterious this island became. It seemed as if some invisible force did not want the truth to come out. Many times the excavation was stopped. Many times the machine stopped working, and many times the team had to return empty-handed. Still, Rick and Marty did not give up. Their hard work, their passion, and their dedication keep the audience hooked in every season. And now at the end of season 11, when it seemed that they have reached the vault, the biggest question came up. Has the real secret been revealed this time? Or is this just another layer of this unsolved mystery? 7 must die. Has the curse been activated? The mystery of Oak Island is also associated with a very scary and old prophecy. 7 must die before the treasure is found. That is, the real treasure will not be found until 7 people lose their lives. So far, 6 people have died in the show, some in old excavations, some in new attempts. And that is why when Rick was digging near the vault and the camera suddenly went black, everyone's breath stopped. Has Rick become the 7th victim? Is the curse of Oak Island really active now? This theory has been mentioned repeatedly in the show, but this time the atmosphere is a little different. The camera going off, the sudden shaking of the ground, and the scared faces of the team. All this cannot be a coincidence. People on Reddit and social media are saying that Rick must have been surrounded by some ancient mechanism or trap. Some believe that perhaps he is trapped in a hidden chamber which was sealed centuries ago. And then Discovery Channel suddenly stopping that footage. All this together is making this theory stronger that perhaps the prophecy of 7 must die is now going to be fulfilled. If this is true, then what will be the next step? Will the treasure be revealed now, or is there any more sacrifice left? The answer to this question is still incomplete. But one thing is certain, that the game of Oak Island has now become more dangerous than ever. Excavation near the vault, the moment that changed everything. Of all the excavations that have taken place on Oak Island, the vault has always been mentioned as the most important. The team had been trying to find this vault for years. Many clues had indicated that the real treasure was hidden inside this vault, but reaching there was not so easy. After mud, water, falling soil, and many failed attempts, finally with the help of borehole drilling, the team managed to reach the location that was closest to the possibility of the vault. The team started digging with high-tech machines. Rick himself was present at that place and was monitoring every small and big movement. The nearby sensors were catching some strange activities. Sometimes the magnetic reading would suddenly increase. Sometimes a buzzing sound was felt. Still, the team did not stop working because they felt that this time something big was going to be found. And then a moment came when everything changed. The drill hit something hard inside the ground, a rock, wood, or maybe a door. After that collision, the machine started jolting and suddenly the ground started vibrating. At first there was a slight movement, but then the whole piece of land seemed to be breathing. People standing on the site were shocked. The machine stopped automatically and some cameras also started shaking. Rick was standing near the vault. He was repeatedly shouting something to the team, but only broken voices were being recorded in the mix. The tension in that whole moment was never seen before in any excavation till now. Blackout of cameras. Was there something inside? as soon as the ground shook. The most shocking thing happened a few seconds later. The camera went black. The camera that was right above Rick suddenly stopped giving feed. At first, it seemed that there was some technical problem, but then one by one, the other cameras also started showing glitches. The live feed the team was getting showed only static noise and black screens. There was no sound from Rick, nor any movement. The last recording showed Rick looking into a dark tunnel, and then a blurry shadow passed behind him. Now the question is, did Rick see something? Was there some ancient security mechanism inside the vault that got activated? Or was there really something inside that is beyond human understanding? Some people believe that Rick fell into a hidden chamber or got trapped. On the other hand, theories are flying around on platforms like Reddit and Twitter that there was probably a non-human entity present inside the vault. The footage was stopped. Discovery Channel ended the episode there. The emergency team was called, but no statement came after that. Was the camera being turned off just a technical issue? Or was it done intentionally so that the truth inside could be hidden from the world? This question is still roaming in everyone's mind. And until Rick himself comes forward and says something, the mystery will remain. One thing is for sure, Oak Island is no longer just a treasure hunt. It has now become a battle between man and mystery. Production team's emergency call. Then why the silence? What happened during the excavation near the vault was a frightening experience, not just for the team, but for the entire production unit. As soon as the camera went black and the ground started moving, there was chaos on the island. There was no news of Rick, the machines had stopped, and no one could understand what had happened. The production team immediately activated the emergency protocol. There is always a risk team present at the excavation site on Oak Island because digging down, going into tunnels, and working in wet ground, everything is very risky. The team called on the radio, called the experts, and sealed the location where Rick was last seen. But after that, a strange silence prevailed. Neither Discovery Channel made any official statement, nor did Marty Lagina or the show's team talk to the press. Usually, when a big moment comes, Discovery promotes it, releases a teaser, but this time, everything just disappeared. Fans started to feel that something was being hidden. The footage after the emergency was not released. Rick's condition was not revealed, and the channel's social media went completely silent. Now people started asking these questions. If everything was fine, why was the footage stopped? Why was Rick's condition not revealed? And most importantly, what is the fear of a big network like Discovery Channel that they are silent now? Social media explodes. Viral theories on Reddit. As soon as the episode suddenly ended on a black screen and there was no update, it was like a storm on social media. Thousands of users flooded Reddit, Twitter, and YouTube with theories and questions. A user first shared a freeze frame on Reddit, which was a few seconds before the camera went black. In the blurry screenshot, Rick was looking into a dark tunnel, and there was a shadow behind him that didn't look human. Some said it was a hooded figure, while others said it was an ancient statue that was shaking. Other users claimed to have leaked footage of the scene and heard a metallic sound, like a door opening or a lock breaking. Some even said they heard chanting, "Save Rick," and Oak Island curse started trending on Twitter. Some called the show fake, while others called it an expose on Discovery Channel. But the truth is that none of the theories have been confirmed yet, and that's probably what has increased the curiosity even more. A number of weird videos have popped up on YouTube. Some claimed Rick had opened an ancient vault, some revived the alien theory, and some claimed it was a Freemason's plan. But the scariest part, there was one thing common to all the theories. Rick is now elsewhere, and whatever he has seen won't be easy to reveal to the world. This mystery has shaken social media, and until the truth is revealed, people will continue to make up their own stories. But the real question is there any truth to these theories? Or is this another face of the curse of Oak Island link between Vikings and Templars? Is the treasure religious? The excavation of Oak Island is not just a search for gold and silver, but it is a search for a treasure that may be a combination of religion, history, and mystery. And in this link comes the name of the mysterious groups, Vikings and Knights. Templar. In history, it is believed that even before 1200 AD, Vikings had reached some parts of North America. Their ships, courage, and knowledge of the sea took them to unknown places. But the real twist comes when some documents and research reveal that Vikings did not just travel, but hid some religious things here. And that for the Knights Templar. Now the question arises, who were the Knights Templar? This was a religious warrior group that protected Jerusalem and other holy places. Under medieval Christianity, they are believed to have discovered and hidden some very sacred objects such as the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail, or other biblical relics. Now, some of the symbols and markings found on Oak Island are exactly the same as those associated with the Templars, such as the Templar cross, secret codes on stones, and the structure of underground tunnels. Some coins and artifacts have also been found that are carbon dated to between 1100 and 1300 AD. Historians and some religious scholars